There's a war in the feeling, they ain't keeping it real. They think it's easy to peel just cause they flipping those bills. The only vote is for Hill, but if I trump it'll cost. We already walking dead in the land of the lost. I've been taking it way back, say Jack. Been my own wicked woman on the track. While you twerking in the trap, I'm gonna get them plaques. Yeah, my mind is on them racks. I'm just stating loosely facts. Go and get that contact with your loose leaf ass. Leaning on the wall with your bathroom pass. Need a Wonder Woman in your life, how fast? How I'm gonna tell the truth, but you puff pass. Speak my vernacular. Speak my vernacular. Speak my vernacular. She back, For unlawful carnal knowledge, I'm wedged into worry while they suck and hurry. I'm just skating, do my derby. Watch these cameras all pervert me. Won't respect my name and dirt me, but I woke up early. Even when I'm fucking late, I'm applesauce and frosting the cake. Bake your plate A while they ingenuities ace. I'm planning an escape with the Save the World 10.8. Love potion number 9, fine dine. I want a piece of American pie. Lie under pudding pop shop that I ate the chocolate up. Why they tell me Californication, Afro on Rodeo, blaxploitation, and all this to the congregation.
From the heart of the city to the outer edges of the Beltway and beyond, this is the District of Misfits show, the drinking show with a podcast problem. This is your guide into our unique and beautiful city, the good, the bad, the ugly, as well as the funny and straight up ridiculous. Told by us before someone tells it for us. The opinions expressed on this show are our own, and we make no apologies. What's good, y'all? Happy New Year. Welcome back to a new season of the District of Misfits show, the drinking show with a podcast problem. I am your boy, CrushingBoo, here with my cohorts, Marcus and Val. What's shaking, y'all?
What's going on?
New year?
Refresh. That's right. And for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, or for those of you who've been watching for a long time and have been on this journey with us from the beginning, I just want to take this opportunity at the top of the year to let you all know that we here at the District of Misfits show, we are here for satire mostly, but we're also here to speak our truth and, share. We drink and we talk shit. If you know us, if you've been following this show, those are the two strongest, the two most potent elements of the show. We are lovers of all types of people, shapes, sizes, colors, creeds, orientations, whatever you want to call it. We are also equal opportunity offenders when it comes to people that we think are offensive. And like it says in the header here, these opinions, they're just opinions. They are our own. We don't advocate for violence or, any type of fuckery in that regard. But if you are a dick to us, we will use this platform to express ourselves, and we will never, ever apologize for that. That's why we use safe words. It's because we don't ever have to say we're sorry. So if you are easily offended, now's a good time for you to log off, because I'm sure there's probably something along the way that's going to probably chafe you. If you are somebody that could potentially be within the box of what I just described, I cordially invite you to log off, because we ain't for everybody,
Or fuck off.
Yeah. I was going to try to keep it eloquent, but then again, we are the District of Misfits show, and that's
I did it before the 10-minute mark. Sorry.
Yeah, we did it before 10 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Dang. I wasn't even thinking about that. I could have probably already cussed and not even done it. But yeah, so we're here, new year, moving forward. We are looking forward to bringing the live element of this show back for your viewing enjoyment. We are plotting and scheming for a few of those shows. So stay tuned and for further details. One of the other things that I want to do is thank everybody who has been watching this show. from the beginning, whether it was the DC as Fuck show or since our incarnation as the District of Misfits. Your support is important, be it passively or aggressively. And know that you guys mean a lot to us, and we look forward to continuing to entertain you for a long, long time to come. And if anyone's out there hate watching, guess what, y'all? Those are views. That's traction for us. Like, feel free to.
We love you too.
Yeah, feel free to let us know you're there. We'd love to chat with you. And without further ado, Marcus, tell the people what is in store for us tonight.
Wow, I haven't done this professionally in a long time. Tonight, we're going to discuss the past year and the future of this year. Our plans, your plans, resolutions, the whatnot.
Stick to the script.
Stick to the script.
No,
I literally wrote it out for you, Bubba.
This week on the show, this is
play catch up with New Year's Eve review. Al is down by the river. J6 2-year anniversary. Things McCarthy did to win. Oh, curious about that. And predictions for 2023. Wrong resolutions. What the fuck are you watching? Better?
There you go. That's why we made a resolution. Well, we're not into resolutions, but an unofficial resolution that we made prior to our return is that we would go back to using our show notes. We were kind of free-form jazzing for a while. And as fun as that is when you go free-form, sometimes, you lose, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistency.
I blame Zoom.
Direction.
You lose direction, you lose, every podcast for the most part, every show for the most part, it's structured, formatted for, organizational purposes. So it's not just a bunch of crazy people talking and screaming and shit over each other. So we past 10 minutes yet? Nope.
Not yet.
We already ruined it. So whatever. It's all good. But yo, shout out to Carl. Nice to see you again, brother. Been a long time.
Buddy.
If you guys are watching the show, let us know in the comments. We'd like your feedback. We'd like your interactions. We'd like to know that y'all are out there. Feel the fabric of your fiber virtually. But yeah, I am CrushingBoo. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at CrushingBoo. I was gonna say TikTok, but I haven't been on there in so long that they deleted my account and I have to start from scratch. So if I was following you on TikTok and you get a new request from me, that's me. Chances are it's probably not gonna happen for a while because I'm not really on TikTok like I used to be. But
That's crazy that they deleted your account.
yeah,
That
they made me
seems
sign in. They made me start from scratch. Yeah.
that's why.
Because I barely am on TikTok, but like they haven't asked me to, or they haven't done that to me. But
Yeah, it was
TikTok's
weird.
crazy anyway.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's the whole thing where the TikTok we get in America is not the TikTok that we get in China, because TikTok is a Chinese company, and not trying to get all conspiratorial or whatever, but like there is definitely like been open discussion about how their TikTok is set, their algorithm is set to teach. Like if you're a kid and you're on TikTok in China, it's all you're learning stuff, or it's art. It's something, some type of education. It's some type of enrichment. The algorithm that they give us is all of the racism and fighting and conspiracy weirdo shit and all the stupid dances and
That makes sense.
tits and ass. Like it's really like TikTok really is a fucking stealthy fucking weapon. Like if you wanted to come up with something that was going to equally entertain but also sow discord,
Right.
TikTok is probably the best thing to come along since Facebook for that. So shout out to you, China. You guys are doing a bang up job here. We're making it easy for them.
Fact.
We're making it easy for them. But yeah, thanks, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. All right. I am the Pasteurized chef on all platforms. Even TikTok.
Well, I'm Val. Don't look for me.
Well, this is
Shut
a
up,
fun game
Marcus.
to play. It's Val.
Marcus, turn it off. Don't look for me.
Val will block your ass.
I will.
If you come with anything other than fun shenanigans, you will get.
Unless it's kittens and puppies.
Yep, you will get shot blocked.
Or drinking.
Shout out to Jamie and Nick who could not be here. Wherever you guys are, we hope that you are.
Oh, well, Nick,
healthy and
happy
happy.
anniversary to you and your lovely wife. That's what
That's
they're doing. They're celebrating their anniversary. So,
Congrats, bud.
yes. Jamie
Jamie is off. Jamie's
right,
off in the wilderness. He's out.
He's in dreamland somewhere.
He's in Rock Creek Park wrestling bears.
Or deer.
Or deer.
Right.
or deer bears. I don't know. I heard those are a thing.
Hey, Crystal, enjoy that Amtrak ride to New York City.
Hey, what up, Crystal? Looking forward to your next show.
Yes. So Crystal, I've been watching your TikToks about the whole Kevin McCarthy thing, and it's very interesting. Very not a very what do you call it? Informative. Very informative.
It sucks. All the resetting of my TikTok now means I have to like go back through and find all the like shit that I like politically and entertainment wise. Thanks a lot.
Way to go, TikTok.
China.
China. Oh, you can curse at them now. It's after 11 minutes.
Nah, it's cool. I don't, they're
already China.
China. So.
China.
So safe words. I took the liberty of picking mine a couple of hours ago, so I wouldn't have to.
God damn it.
I wouldn't have to.
You wouldn't have to
suspects it.
Kaiser Soze.
Kaiser Soze.
Damn. What is yours, Boo?
My safe word is dysentery.
Oh, right, you did put it on here.
I did put dysentery in the notes.
I was like, why did Boo put dysentery?
Oh, you mean under where it says safe words?
Yeah,
now?
I didn't see. I just saw the word dysentery, and I was like, what's that? Are we talking about dysentery?
Yes, today on the District of Misfits show, we'd like to talk to you about the pros and cons of dysentery. Great weight loss plan, but shitty way to do it. If you know what I mean.
Mine is mango.
Mango.
I always think of that Chris Kattan Saturday Night Live. Like, he was always so cringy.
He's part Filipino.
That would make a lot of sense given how he looks.
Yes.
Like,
part Filipino.
Yeah. You get some wild mixes when you mix it. When you mix Asian with like fill in the blank, you get that like he could be from anywhere, and especially Filipino because like yes. Half y'all look Mexican.
So funny thing, my cousins, I've a set of cousins. There are 4 of them, and siblings, and one of them lives in Virginia, and the other 3, this is the first time they've ever come like as adults. They've come to the area for Christmas. So all of them they all have kids, and all of they're all married to white people, and their kids all look very, very similar because the Torres gene is already the same, like very strong.
Right.
And then they're all, mixed with their, Caucasian counterpart. All the kids look, they look like they all could be siblings. It's pretty funny. Strong genes, strong Torres genes. Marcus, what's your safe word?
Douche.
Douche? I like it. I mean, a mango douche dysentery. What can go wrong?
Well, he got a case of the mango douche dysentery. There's no hope.
No hope for you.
He's doomed.
He's doomed on the Oregon Trail.
Yo. Dude, I thought I saw somewhere that they were going to try to make a show based on Oregon Trail, and I'm like,
I thought it was a movie.
It was, first of all, like the one of the spin-offs of that show Yellowstone is supposed to like be like way back then. So I'm like, oh, so it's like Oregon Trail.
Wait, spin-offs of the show
Yellowstone, there's like 2 spin-offs of it, and they both happen like way back in the like settler Trail of Tears fucking time or whatever. But like I'm just like, oh yeah, fucking Oregon Trail. But just with probably really good acting. Which we'll talk about later on in our segment, what the fuck are you watching? Because we're at that we're getting to that time of year where we're spending a lot of time in front of the TV because it's too cold to do shit.
So cold. Although the world is ending because last week it was like 70 degrees. All right, I lied. It was like 65. But high 70s. I mean, high 60s. So like on Tuesday, it was close to 70 degrees. That's crazy.
Yeah.
In January.
Yeah. The weather was quite lovely at the beginning of the week when I hurt my back and then
Couldn't go anywhere.
And then my catalytic converter got stolen. It was lovely. Lovely weather those 3 days.
Great start to the new year.
Great start to the new year. Yeah. 2023 decided to fucking come off the top rope, Randy Macho Man style, with the elbow on my lower back. Yeah, lots and lots of fun. Don't get old. Do lots of stretches. Your sciatic nerve is nothing to be fucked with. I'm looking forward to a 2023 of awkward doctor visits and potential procedures and stuff. So stay tuned for that shit, kids. It should be great. So much fun. Yeah, so let's we'll start from how's everybody's holidays? What'd you guys do? Anything fun, anything crazy, anything cool?
As I previously mentioned, I saw my cousins, which was lovely. I haven't seen them, all of them, so it was my 4 cousins plus my other cousin who lives in Frederick. So he came with his kiddos also, who also, funny enough, looked very similar to the other cousins, because he is also married to a white lady. His name is Michelle.
Is he French?
He is not French.
You said his name is Michelle.
Her name is Michelle.
Oh, I thought you said his name is Michelle. I was like, if he was French, I'd be like, okay.
Michelle. No, her name is Michelle, spelled the same. Mine is 2 L's.
2
L's. So yeah, they all came, and it was fun. It was nice to see them all the kids. They're all crazy. There's so many of them. So that was like 22nd, so the Thursday before Christmas, and then I went up to Connecticut for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and a couple other days after that, which was super nice. I haven't seen the kids since they and my friend Luli, they came down here for Easter, right before Easter, but I haven't seen her husband since last Christmas. I used to be there. I used to go up there quite a bit, and I hadn't been back up since last Christmas. It was nice to spend time with them. Except, so the funny thing is, Luli had a migraine the whole time, so I didn't get to see her a lot. But Pat and I just spent the majority of the time watching 24.
Dude, I liked 24 that first season, but then after a while, it was like I would get headaches from watching it. And it was because the show is so tense. You're like,
I have anxiety. Yes. Yes.
Like,
I would have anxiety. And the thing is, like, watching it straight, it's like that. Because back then, you just watched it per episode, right?
You watched it per episode. And
that 1 hour, you'd be like,
but you at least had commercial breaks to like catch your breath.
Right.
If you're streaming 24 and you're watching back to back issues,
oh my God,
that can't be good for you.
Crazy,
that's high anxiety shit.
Yeah,
right there.
Pat and I were like, oh my God, like we couldn't stop. We watched almost. I think we watched the entire season of. It was season 4.
How Kiefer Sutherland even had a voice after doing all that, so much yelling. Tell me where the bomb is. He's just like.
And also, like, we would always I used to watch with. There were like a handful of my friends who. We religiously watched 24 for many seasons. I think I watched up until like probably the 8th or 9th season, but it was still when we were watching it real time. And I would be like, when does that man go to the bathroom? Like, it's 24 hours. When does he go to the bathroom? When does he eat? I'm confused. Like, what? He's like constantly, there's so many things that, and also like watching it straight through, I was like, how can there be so many crises in the span of like 5 hours? Like,
Oh, dude, I want to touch on that a little later on in the show when we do what the fuck are you watching?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, that show like is awesome as it was. Like, I was like, man, what the fuck? Because I had my jaw clenched and be like, what the fuck, dude? And like, I would have these fucking crazy headaches from
yes,
man. Like,
it's a lot of anxiety.
So much.
So that's what I did on the holiday. Oh, but then then there was New Year's.
Then
we'll talk about New Year's later. But.
Yes, because I feel like we could fold that into Val Down by the River. Was it VD? VDBTR.
Or I think it was down by the river with the bow. So
Down by the river. Yeah, because VDBTR doesn't sound good.
no.
Down by the river with Val.
WV, yes.
Oh, I did forget to do a thing. I am a little rusty. I am a little out of practice. Yes. So, for all you beautiful people, friends, loved ones, frenemies, and the like, if it's your first time, welcome to the shit show. Please punch that like button in the face, drop kick that follow button in the teeth, sweet talk the shit out of your subscription to us on YouTube. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. On Facebook and Instagram, we are the District of Misfits. Twitter, we are at DC Misfits, although Twitter is kind of playing with fire. YouTube, you can find us on our own channel, the District of Misfits Show, where you can watch this show as well as other content produced by DISTRICTDOGFACESTUDIO. On Twitch, we are District of Misfits, all one word. And while our site is temporarily down, you will eventually be able to go to CrushingDC.com, purchase yourself some fly gear like this cap here, or this lovely beanie that this lovely lady here is wearing. And you'll be supporting us directly, which we really, really appreciate. And lastly, if you want to be a guest on this show, if you're interested in producing a podcast of your own, reach out to us at DISTRICTDOGFACESTUDIO@gmail.com. It's like riding a unicycle. You never forget, but you will fall down a bunch of times before you get it back. That's my riding a unicorn impression, because I feel like you're always like back and forth, you know, always on the verge of like almost falling over.
Yes.
Anyways, Marcus Aurelius, tell us about your holidays.
Oh, wait, we need to go over your holiday too.
I'm saving the best for last.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I literally did nothing.
Saving the best for
Care
last.
about Christmas or New Year's Eve.
Marcus went down. Marcus spent his holiday terrorizing the residents of Whoville, which is basically him just covered in green body paint, walking around Mount Rainier in his underwear, trying to break into people's houses and steal their trees.
Screaming at their dogs.
Screaming at their dogs. No, the dogs are the only ones getting any respect. Everything else is scorched earth.
Burn it all down.
His Krampus suit was in the cleaner, so he went straight Grinch this year. My holidays were very cool and fun, interesting. I went on a cruise. I got the pleasure of being a fill-in. It was fun. I had never been on a cruise before. It was very Christmassy.
Was it Ted Cruz?
I would never go on a Ted cruise. I could barely watch.
I don't even think his wife goes on.
I could barely watch a TED Talk now because of that dude. Like, fuck a cruise. Like, what?
Fuck that dude.
I mean, you know, if there was the potential to. Never mind. No, never mind. We're not going to talk about people falling overboard or anything like that. No, but it was really interesting. I had always been fascinated about cruise ships, but have always been wary because of stories about the cruise ship industry. And like, I'm a glutton for punishment, where I, like, for a long time when YouTube was first becoming a thing, I basically watched nothing but hockey fights, soccer riots, and cruise ship disasters. Like, I don't know what. Dude, no, seriously, like the first time you see a video of a cruise ship do a fucking 45-degree tilt and everything just goes from one side of the room to the other, like, that's hard shit to walk away from. You know, I'm also really into 100-car pileups in the snow. Like,
cool.
Closed circuit shit. Like, yeah, it's weird. I'm fucking weird.
I can get down with that.
But well, anytime you can watch a 100-car pileup and not be in it, that's good entertainment. It's a win.
Definitely a win.
So yeah, it was cool. It was 7 days. Went to Princess Cay, which is in the Bahamas, which I did not know was a place. I went to Grand Turk, which I can only assume is a part of Turks and Caicos. allegedly. And then I went to Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic, which was nice. Truth be told, though, the stops that were made, they were all, your typical, like, come off the boat and spend money. And so, we basically just got off early. And when everyone else got off later, we got back on the boat. Shout out to Heather. Thank you for the hookup. But yeah, it was cool. I would do it again, but I would like to do it when it's not during Christmas. And I would definitely probably, like, I'm okay with kids. They had plenty of stuff for the kids to do and stuff, but it'd be nice to do something a little bit more mature themed, if that's a thing. I don't know. Does that make sense? Anyways, yeah, it was a good time. I was away for Christmas. I got to see my kids and my mom afterwards, which was really nice. We had a great dinner. It was good times. And then, I had a real quiet New Year's Eve. I went out. I feel like I went out 2 nights before that. For me, New Year's Eve is just another day that ends in Y. The only difference is that there's more strangers in the bar.
It's amateur hour.
A lot of drunk people
so
don't ever drink.
I spent New Year's Eve last year at home.
I think I did too.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was nice and chill. But then, come into 2023, and we all had our meeting to talk about plans and stuff for 2023, and we went to one of our favorite spots, the Looking Glass Lounge up on Georgia Ave in the lovely neighborhood of Petworth. And somewhere over the course of that night, some motherfucking street pirates rolled up on my shit and stole my catalytic converter.
What the fuck?
Which I knew was a thing. I knew that catalytic converter theft was a thing. I don't know why I thought in some naive way that, like, it'll probably never happen to me, because it just seemed like something that would happen in like a meth town or whatever. Right. But DC does have plenty of base heads of their own. Like, I
was gonna say, apparently DC has become a meth town.
Well, 2 days after that, our article popped up, because the algorithm's always listening. There had been, in the last 2 days leading up to when my shit got stolen, a bunch of break-ins in that part of Northwest. Like cars getting broken into, like all kinds of stuff, people getting their documents stolen. So yeah, just don't keep valuables in your car, people. Especially if you're in DC. Times are tough and getting tougher.
People are getting desperate.
And
the funny thing was that when I drive, so the day after this happened, that Boo, you asked me to come get you, and I drove you over to the rental place. And then as I was driving home, not 15, 20 minutes after I dropped you off on WTOP, there was this, this report about that catalytic converter theft on the rise in the DMV. And I was like, what?
The rise. And apparently,
and Boo added to it.
I had just missed these people, which may have been a blessing, maybe not. Who knows? Who knows what I would have been capable of if I had walked out. And after a certain point, once they got to like sawing my shit off, there really ain't much you can do. But thankfully, I pay good money. I pay insurance. I have insurance. The shit got covered. I got a rental. My shit's getting fixed. But to the perpetrators out there, I hope you get cancer of the everything. And I do mean everything. And I hope everyone that you love and care for gets it too.
Yay.
Happy New Year. So anyways.
Fuck them bitches.
And so what I'm kind of sort of doing right now is bracing. I feel like these things always happen in threes. I feel like I'm bracing for the third thing. I'm hoping it won't be nearly as severe as my back hurting or having my car fucked with or whatever. So whatever's going on, I hope it happens soon so I can relax and get this year.
Not think about it till the next time.
Yeah, for real. For real. Anyways, what's next on the dais?
What else? What else has happened? Do we want to go through the list of some of the people that we lost in 2022?
Oh,
'Cause
don't
a
we
lot of
usually say
things-
that towards the end?
Oh,
but
yeah.
I guess
we could do it at the end.
I mean, there's
we could
nothing
do it
saying
then.
that we can't now, because
Oh,
like,
okay.
especially if we want to end on a positive note, maybe ending
Yeah.
with a in memoriam thing is. Where is that list? Let me pull that up on my little screen here. I always get that punk rock song. These are people who died. These are people who died. I forget who
It's
does
weird
that
that, I
song.
mean, I guess it happened last year too.
If you know that
There
song,
are like a lot of people who died like right at the very end,
bro,
like within the past week.
they got 97 people on this list.
Jesus.
97. Do you guys want them all?
I mean,
We could go quick.
yeah, go quick.
We could go quick because there's like, we'll see. First on the list,
Because he was the most recent.
Was
Like,
he the most
like, He
recent?
was like on December
Pope
31.
Benedict. The Pope Benedict. The what is that? The 24th? No, the 26th.
I don't know. Just Pope Benedict.
Oh wait, no, it's the 16th. Sorry, XVI, right? That's
Yeah.
It's 16, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Pope Benedict. He's just the
He
first
was
person
whatever.
here.
He wasn't great.
Born in Germany in 1927, which makes you very sussy.
Whatever. He was 95 years old.
I'm just saying he was in his prime when the Nazis were there. So
yeah.
Just like where the fuck were you when all that shit was going down?
He was also super ultra conservative, and he did not like gays.
Hence my whole. You were at that age. You were
Well,
of a
so-
certain age when the Nazis were running shit, bro. What the fuck were you doing?
Apparently, the current pope, who's my favorite, he did the ceremony. You know, he was what do you call it? Presided over the ceremony, and like some people were upset that he like only mentioned Pope Benedict's name one time. I don't know that he enjoyed him that much.
No. I bet you the conversations between them were very
short.
very short.
Yeah.
Very short. Next on the list, Barbara Walters, aka Barbara Wawa. If you remember the old SNL.
Barbara
Barbara
with
Wawa.
who was the one who always did her? Gene Wilder's wife. What was her name?
Gilda Radner.
Yes, I loved her. She
Yes,
was awesome.
yeah. R.I.P. Gilda Radner. But yeah, Barbara Walters, first female co-host of the Today Show in 1974, co-anchored the ABC Evening News in 76, co-host 2020 from 72 to 2004. She was also the producer of The View. Yeah, man.
She was also old.
That was very recent too.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Doesn't it say?
It doesn't say how.
December 30th.
Oh, age of 93. Yeah, December 30th. Man, it was like Betty White. Betty White almost squeaked out 2020, 2021.
Yeah,
She almost squeaked it out. And dude, it was almost like her 100th birthday
yeah.
too.
Her 100th birthday was like in January, I think.
Pele, soccer legend, extraordinaire, Brazilian icon for real. If you don't know who Pele is, you should Google. Get on the bin
I
and
don't even
rethink your
follow
life.
soccer, and I know
Marcus,
Bailey.
bing that shit. Sorry, I just had to say that. Vivienne Westwood. Does anybody know who she is?
She's a famous actor.
Opened a boutique in London in 1971. Part of the punk movement. Oh shit, yeah, part of the punk movement in the 70s. My bad. Her first runway show was in 81, named British Design of the Year, 90 and 91. Sarah Jessica Parker liked her shit in Sex and the City. Sarah Jessica Parker sucks.
I'm not a fan.
Not a fan. Franco Harris for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steel curtain. Rest in peace.
He was like big in the community, right?
Yes. Dancer and choreographer Stephen Twitch Boss.
He was
on So You Think You Can Dance.
Yes, that's how I felt. That's how I knew him.
Worked for Ellen
Originally.
DeGeneres. Worked on movies such as Step Up and Magic Mike XXL for all you Magic Mike fans out there. I never saw Stomp the Yard 2 Homecoming, but Stomp the Yard's the jam.
It was great. Twitch, I was very sad about because I used to, I watched religiously So You Think You Can Dance. And we actually, they would do every year, they would do a tour of the 10 finalists. And my cousin, my friend Katie, and I, and some of my cousin's friends, we went and watched, we watched the show and we watched the concert. We went to the concert. And I loved him on Ellen when he was the DJ. He would dance. I mean, he had a lovely family. He met his wife on So You Think You Dance. She was also a finalist from a previous season. And then, like, he was only 40. He killed himself. It's pretty sad. You know, and you would never think had a huge social media presence. So he and his wife would like post every Sunday, and like the very next day he went to
You never know what a person's going
hotel
through.
and
You never know what a
shot himself.
person's going
Sad.
through.
Yeah.
You never
Anyway,
know.
R.I.P.
Next up on the list, Kirstie Alley, moving right along.
Aw.
I hate that one. Bob McGrath was best known as a founding cast member of Sesame Street.
I love Bob.
Bob was the
best.
beast. Bob was the beast.
Next, Marcus.
Next,
Sister
Marcus.
Lizzie.
Thank you. Give Bob his flowers. Kirstie Alley can eat a bag of dicks from the grave.
She was weird. She got all like conservative. And
Diane was the better person on Cheers. I'm
Yeah.
just going to put it to you like that, okay? Anyways,
Love
yeah,
Bob.
Bob from
We love
Sesame
Bob.
Street, rest in peace. Can't believe people still have to get HBO in order to watch Sesame Street.
That's
real fucked
terrible.
up.
It used to be PBS.
Gaylord Perry, 5-time All-Star pitcher, played for the San Francisco Giants. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I'm sure that means something.
He was very good.
Somebody out there.
He was very good.
He was very good.
Take my hat off for this one. Christy McVie of Fleetwood Mac. Just don't stop thinking about tomorrow, y'all.
Is that a good band?
Is that a good band?
I heard a couple songs of theirs.
You may have heard a jam of theirs or two.
Did they say
Yo.
Don't Stop Believing?
Yeah, don't stop believing is Journey.
That's Journey.
Very different band. But yeah, she honestly, like, you know, when you first hear Fleetwood Mac, you hear Lindsey Buckingham and you're like, yo, that chick's got a great voice, and you're like, no, that's a dude, even though his name is Lindsey. And then you're like, yo, who's that person with the nasally voice? And you're like, yo, that's Stevie Nicks. She's all witchy and shit. And you're like, yeah. And then you're like, well, who's got that like kind of angelic, like softer tone, like, you know? And that was Christine. Like, she always low key, like the songs that she sang on were the ones that I tended to like the most. They were like the deep cuts, you know. But yeah, she played keyboards, vocalist, songwriter. And yeah, man.
I like how we're being
solicited.
Yeah.
I can't go that one.
Well, I don't want you to.
No, fuck it. That's views, man. That's clicks. That's interactions, dude. Irene Cara.
I had no idea that she passed.
I was definitely not prepared for that when it happened.
I had a low key like young girl crush on her when I was because I was.
That just means you have good company. And yeah, she was
And
back in the 70s. She acted in she was an actress in Roots, The Next Generation. She was on The Electric Company. She was in Fame.
Yes.
Which
She had
she
to
wrote
take
that
her shirt off in Fame, and I was like, oh.
She wrote the theme song for that. What a Feeling from Flashdance. Like, she was an integral part of a lot of our if you're a Gen Xer, Irene Cara is like significant, you know, place in our upbringing.
How did she die? Does it say?
No, but she passed at the age of 63.
It's early. That's young.
Yes, it is.
Sad.
Who is this guy?
That's Jennifer Aniston's dad.
Oh, snap.
He was in Days of Our Lives Forever.
Oh,
Kyriakis.
okay. All
Looks
right.
like a porn star.
He looks like a preconceived version of the world's most interesting man, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And he should be holding your Dos Equis and telling you about all the cool shit that he does. I'm sorry.
He does.
Condolences, Miss Aniston.
He's got a great mustache.
Seems like a lovely man. Yo, he was on West Wing and Kojak and Gilmore Girls. Doesn't say how old he was when he passed, but
He's pretty old.
89.
89. Okay. Wait, did you see that? Did you know that? Was that just in here somewhere?
Apparently, my list is coordinating with your list, so I don't know.
Oh, well.
But
That tells me one person did it for all these companies.
Holy fucking shit, Gallagher died.
Yeah.
Motherfucker apparently under a rock. Or behind a watermelon that he hadn't smashed yet. Like, fuck, dude. Stand up. Dude, I used to fucking... I mean, I was probably at the perfect age when Gallagher was popular because you're just getting into comedy. You're not really quite ready for the edgy shit. Oh, I mean, I'd already heard Eddie Murphy by then. So, like, Gallagher was still funny, but, like, you know, it's like pun comedy, prop comedy and shit,
Right.
you
He
know?
was like Carrot Top before Carrot Top.
But I feel like he
No,
also had
he-
like a lot of like HBO specials.
Dude,
I feel
he
like
was
that's when I
way-
would watch him. All
He
the
was
time.
way smarter than Carrot Top. Like
Yeah,
Carrot Top, like Gallagher, because Gallagher would do like most of a set. Well, no, half of his set was without props. Carrot Top relies 100% on
It was
props
100, yeah.
and steroids, or allegedly.
Yeah, that's just weird.
He's
But
75.
yo, 76, man. That's
See, that's young.
that's wild. I did not know that. 2022 deaths always surprised me though, because I remember we went through this last year where I was like, holy fucking shit, I didn't believe that. Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman.
Oh.
That guy, he was also
Seems young.
on the Titan show for like the new Titan series. He's he plays Bruce Wayne in one of these in the early seasons. Yeah, he finally got his dream to be Bruce Wayne in live action as opposed to just the voice.
This Batman series, this anime series, was one.
Oh, Batman Beyond.
This one was the
Batman Beyond was fucking dope. Hell yeah. I'm very curious to see when DC gets their shit together to try to pull off a live action version of that. I'd be very curious. I actually would think it would be fun if DC kind of went the way of like Into the Spider-Verse, if they kept this completely animated, but then just like brought it to the theater on that like next level, you know. All right, next up on the list. Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like it was. Like,
Somewhere out there, there's a picture of either him or his brother Nick in a Supreme Commander hoodie or shirt or something.
really?
Somebody like sent me a picture. They're like, "Do you know such and such?" I think it might be Nick Carter. It was the least. I think it was the less messed up of the Carter brothers.
That's crazy. How do you get it?
How did he get? I mean, how did he get it? Supreme Commander? We're everywhere.
I mean, right?
We were until COVID. Thanks, COVID.
Pretty good COVID.
Damn, Panini.
Does it say how old he was when he passed? It doesn't
34.
say. Yo, what is up with your fucking shit being all? Oh, look at that fucking shit. All right, Marcus, I see you. You ain't bad. You ain't nothing. Oh, Takeoff. R.I.P. Takeoff. Remember the hip hop trio Migos?
Yeah.
And died in a really fucking tragic way. Like, somebody in his crew allegedly pulled out a gun because he thought that Takeoff was being cheated in a dice game and started firing off shots.
And shot him?
And shot him.
instead?
Yeah, he
Oh,
allegedly
my
got
God.
shot by somebody in his own crew.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so cut way too short.
How old was he?
He was 28.
28?
20 fucking 8 years old. That is a goddamn shame. Goddamn shame. And RIP Takeoff. Oh shit, I didn't know Jerry Lee Lewis died. You cousin fucking looking ass motherfucker.
Pedophile.
Pedo. Great balls of pedophilia. Jerry Lee Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. Died at the ripe old age of 87, which was probably 47 years too long. I don't fucking know. Don't bang your cousins. Don't bang your underage cousins. If they're consenting adults, that's between y'all, but just gonna say.
When
don't
they're
do it.
14, don't do it.
Don't do it.
We at the District of Misfits say don't do that.
Yes, we do
Don't do
not
that
support pedophilia in any way, shape, or form.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Julie Powell, best known as food writer and inspiration behind the 2009 movie Julie and Julia. Yes. She became an internet darling after making every recipe in Julia Child's 1961 book, Mastering the Art of French Cooking, which I bet you was probably pretty fucking dope. And by the way, props giving. Oh, you can see it on here. We're getting all this from abcnews.com. So,
Yes.
Thank you, ABC.
yeah. Oh, I just realized everyone can see. Marcus, can everyone see the ads for these little neuropathy fucking shoes too?
I've already tried
Oh, now we're gonna see
Nope,
them.
now we're just no. These people ain't paying us. Get that shit off the screen, fuckers. Oh yeah, by the way, randomly, just gonna throw this out here. We're looking for sponsors. You fucking love what we do and want to see us make a little cheddar while we do it. Reach out to us. DISTRICTDOGFACESTUDIO.com.
We also take in-kind things, you know, booze,
Yeah,
stuff.
booze, cannabis.
Food.
Marcus will
Baby
probably
steps.
have some things, baby
Merch.
steps. Yeah. Anyways, this guy was so nice.
I
Leslie
love him.
Jordan, actor Leslie Jordan, appeared in like a bazillion shows, including Ally McBeal, Desperate Housewives, American Horror Story.
And Will and Grace.
Probably best known for, yes, playing Beverly Leslie in Will and Grace. Passed with the age of 76. Yeah, I bet you he in real life was probably like really the nicest motherfucking dude ever.
Yeah. And he died in a car accident.
No shit,
Really
really.
sad.
That's how he died?
Damn. Life comes at you fast, guys. Comes at
Look at you,
fast.
Marcus, figuring out how to hide that ad.
It's just gonna come right back as soon as I do this.
Yeah, former defense secretary. Yeah, Ashton, whatever. Next, moving on.
Yeah, we don't care about him. Who's this?
Fucking warmonger. Anyways, Scottish actor Robbie Coltrane. Oh, yo, this is Haggard from Harry Potter.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, dude with the beard.
yep. And he was also in Gold. He was also in a bunch of couple Bond movies, GoldenEye and The World Is Not Enough. So he's a Timothy Dalton era Bond character.
Mm.
So passed at the age of 72. And speaking of actors, actresses, next up is Angela Lansbury. Murder She Wrote. Murder She Wrote. I'd be like, Mom, why are you watching this old white lady meddle in everybody's business? My mom would get so mad.
Yo, my mom made me watch this shit too.
My mom would get so angry. I would walk in her room on a Sunday evening and be like, Mom, what you watching? I would try to sit there and watch, with it, but I'd be like, yo, why is this white lady so nosy? Why can't she just mind her business? Like, she all up in everybody's Kool-Aid, man. Like,
She was also Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast.
she was also Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast. I mean, her acting career is just bananas. Like, she's been in Hollywood she was in Hollywood for damn near 50 years. So, nominated for 18 Emmys.
She started in 1942.
Yeah, starred in Broadway. She did. Yeah, she did a lot. At the age of 96, so she had a nice full
She had a
ride.
nice full life
Her
also.
first movie was Gaslight.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She
That's
earned an
right.
Oscar nomination for that movie.
She's the original victim of gaslighting, as we've all come to know it, at least from a cinema standpoint. Oh, Loretta Lynn. Loretta Lynn. I had the pleasure of meeting her when I worked at Satellite Room.
Really?
And she was so tiny, and the dress that she had on had so many sequins and rhinestones. It probably weighed more than she did. But she was like the brief exchange that I had with her was pretty fucking badass. So
That's what's up.
happy to say I got a chance to breathe the same air as this legend. So 90 years old.
Damn.
She got, coal miner's daughter fucking outlasted a lot of people. She's a total beast.
Man, she has a song. She finger fights too. She has This City.
Dude, and she's like fucking 4 foot something. She was so tiny. She was so tiny. I wish I could pour out a little bit right here. But Coolio, Mr. Gangster's Paradise himself.
You can pour it down your throat.
Fantastic Voyage. Like, yo, I didn't know he wrote the theme music for Kenan and Kel.
I didn't know.
which I never watched. I was a little too old for it, but I appreciate the energy of that show. Like Good Burger, I get it. I get the appeal. At the age of 59.
How did he die? Did it say, do we know how he died?
Marcus, bing that shit.
Apparently he wrote a cookbook too.
He wrote a cookbook?
Wrote a cookbook. Yo, bing that shit. I want to know what Coolio's cooking. I hope it's called What Coolio's Cooking. That'd be super dope. Rest in power, my man. Add that to my Amazon wish list. Let's see. Hillary Nelson, some ski mountaineer, some crazy white person that like to go to really remote places and where we don't belong. But no, she was a captain for the North Face athlete team in 2018, recognized as National Geographic Adventure of the Year.
Hold on.
What?
What's your name of the cookbook?
What's Coolio or Cooking with Coolio? What's Coolio cooking?
Cooking with Coolio.
That's
Is
what
it
it's
called Cooking with Coolio? Is it really called that? We need to order it. We should order it. Marcus, you should order it. And we should totally, in honor of him, maybe on his birthday, the week of his birthday, we'll cook up something out of the book. Maybe we throw a couple of recipes out. We have the viewers vote on it.
Right?
If we posted that, let us know in the comments. If we were to throw out some suggestions for a recipe, would you guys be interested in a show where we cook up some of Coolio's goodies
and then eat it
and then eat it and tell y'all all about it? She was the first woman to summit Mount Everest.
Oh damn!
Yeah, within I'm saying this wrong. It's spelled LHOTSE, so I'm gonna assume it's pronounced Lhotse. But she summited Mount Everest and Lhotse within 24 hours.
Damn. I'm assuming that's
the first woman to do that, and the first person along with her partner. Yeah. She died in Nepal. She died in Nepal in an avalanche. Cooking with Coolio, 5-star meals at a 1-star price. How are we not going to enjoy everything about this?
We will enjoy every bit of that.
No.
Support Coolio's family. What is that bullshit, Marcus?
That's for later.
Oh my God! All right. You know what? I feel like we're at. Oh, we're at 52 minutes into the show. I'm going to do a couple more, and then we'll do a call to action, and then I'm going to breeze through these and do some more notable ones so that we're not gobbling up the show with this. This is a great filler, though. Really glad this is a thing. Oh, shit. The lady that played Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
What is her? Louise Fletcher. Shout out to her for playing such an incredibly despicable character.
Yeah.
And honestly, y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if a vast majority of the healthcare industry sort of modeled themselves after her in some way, shape, or form, because it'd be getting a little racy out there sometimes.
Nurse Ratched.
Yeah, check out Stephanie Rhodes' podcast. Find out how the sausage is made. What's it called, Marcus?
She really did it. With Stephanie Rhodes.
I'm sorry. I want you to say that again, but I want you to enunciate it. I want you to use your entire mouth to say it.
You know,
just do it, Marcus.
Nigga, just say the words.
She really gets it. Stephanie Rhodes.
She really gets it, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for calling you a nigga, Marcus. Starting 2023 off with a bang, kids. Yeah, I'll take a penalty sip or two. It's all good. I don't mind. All right, next up on the list, Marcus. This man was the influence of an early musical endeavor accompanying church hymnals and growing up in Little Rock, Arkansas. Played throughout the life. Sorry. Shout out to Pharoah Sanders. This guy came up in Jim Crow, South Carolina. And was very influential jazz, R&B saxophonist. Passed at the age of 81. Was kind of the godfather of the spiritual jazz. He was very into his faith and music as well. So, all right, let's see. I don't know who she is, so I'm going to skip her.
Sorry, lady. We're skipping.
Jean-Luc Godard, French filmmaker.
Great.
Moving along.
Yeah.
Ken Starr, totally moving along.
Yeah,
You
fuck that
fucking
guy.
fuck. Queen Elizabeth, moving along.
I mean, she was very old.
She was also
Piece of shit.
very responsible for a lot of genocide and
No, I'm saying she was
colonization.
old,
Yeah,
so
she's old
it
as
was
fuck,
time.
so, yeah, anyway. And anyone who still sweats the royal family, like, you need to fucking get a life. Get a fucking life. Monarchies are built on the backs of murder and slavery. Don't play that shit. Anyways, pioneering journalist Bernard Shaw, one of the first black anchors, in TV news. Co-hosted World News Tonight, became CNN's chief anchor when the network launched in 1980.
How old was he?
82. He passed at 82.
Damn, I used to late because a lot of times I would watch the World News Tonight very late at night when I was doing like shit for school and stuff. He's kept me a lot of company every night.
Okay, I'm going to give you a shout out because you were a supporter of civil rights. Moon Landrieu, R.I.P. He was a Louisiana state legislator. He served the Louisiana state's legislature. I can say this word, I swear. He was a supporter of civil rights, which is very important coming up in that part of the country during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Circuit court judge until 92. When he retired in 2000, passed at the age of 92.
They named the moon pie after him.
They named the moon pie after him. I'm sorry, I missed that little.
No.
Oh, Marcus. Ha, Gorbachev. Moving along. We got Vietnam photographer Tim Page.
Oh, he's played by Dennis Hopper.
Oh, I forgot about Anne Hesh. That was a weird
Damn,
one.
she died?
Yeah, dude. Like earlier in the year.
How'd she die?
Flame McGorry.
Oh, that's right. And she like was still like running around, and people were like, maybe she was on PCP.
Wait, how did she die?
She hit a wall.
She was driving.
She was driving. Yeah,
hit a car, hit something, and then still continued. Like I think her car went up in flames. Was still like running around. Like,
was she still?
She was on some sort of substance, perhaps.
With
No.
Sorry. Okay.
Moving on.
Olivia Newton-John.
That was very sad.
For all you Xanadu heads out there.
That was me.
I will always poo-poo on Grease.
Why?
But
I love it.
Tell me more.
It was
the song's about date rape,
amazing.
Val. Songs about date rape. Songs about
Why?
date rape.
Why was it about date rape?
Have you, Marcus, bring the lyrics to Tell Me More from Grease, and then just read them like you're actually trying to talk to a girl that you want to bang, and her responses, and tell me.
Give it like.
It's the baby. It's cold outside of the
Keep it
fucking.
Again, like.
It was a different time.
It was a different
It's
time.
okay.
They didn't interact the same way. That
Tell
we
me
do
more.
now.
Tell me more. Did she put up a fight? Is like one of the like most like
Okay,
fucking
whatever.
like fucked up parts about it. Like, sorry, like if you're gonna love your heroes, you gotta love the blemishes too.
It wasn't the same back then. It wasn't the same. It wasn't. I mean,
Well,
it
then
just
we're in a
wasn't.
lot of trouble when they unearth this shit 20 years from now.
Anyway, I loved Olivia Newton-John. I
Dude,
was obsessed.
How many times
Xanadu.
have we talked or made jokes about getting physical, or
Let's
like
get
she had a great
physical.
body of work. She had an excellent body of work. I'm sure Travolta was fucking beat the fuck up when it happened. This fucking weird
Yeah,
ass.
they were in several. They did several things together.
They did all types of stuff together.
She was the best.
Sweet as pie.
Didn't she get lost? Or no, was that her husband?
Her husband got lost.
Or like
Like
was
at sea?
missing for a while. I feel like there's something about somebody in her family being missing. It could have been murder. I don't remember. Anyway, moving along.
Japanese fashion designer Issei Miyake. R.I.P.
Who does?
No idea who David McCullough is. Wrote a book about the Panama Canal.
R.I.P.
Oh wait, sorry. I was gonna stop at 30, but tell you what,
We're gonna go to this.
I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna take a break. Do the call to action. Los Angeles Dodgers Hall of Fame announcer Vin Scully. If you've ever watched ESPN, you Sports Center, whatever, you've heard this guy's voice calling these games. He was the longest tenured broadcaster with a single team in sports history. Inducted
So
into the
crazy.
Baseball Hall of Fame in '82. Man, 67 years he was with the Dodgers.
That's nuts.
67 years. You were there through good, bad, ugly, and everything else in between. And at 94, my man,
He did it.
he did it. Fucking did it. And so, yeah, I'm going to take this opportunity now to cordially invite you all, if you haven't already, to please like and subscribe. Hit that share button. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, the District of Misfits Show. On Twitter at DC Misfits. You can go to YouTube and check out our channel, the District of Misfits Show, where you can watch this show as well as other content produced by DISTRICTDOGFACESTUDIO. And let me tell you something, we got a lot of good stuff. We got politics, we got shows, we got podcasts about food, we got podcasts about music, we got podcasts about business, we got podcasts about serious stuff like the healthcare industry
And how it's racist.
and how it is not fair and balanced. We cover a lot of ground, and again, we're looking to put out more stuff. So on Twitch, we are District of Misfits, all one word. And if you are interested in being a guest on this show or producing a podcast of your own and expanding our umbrella and our sphere of influence, reach out to us at DISTRICTDOGFACESTUDIO@gmail.com.
Yo, these Oreo things are awesome.
Oh, dude.
I forgot about them.
I just got a
Could I
text
have
from the
another?
big man. Huh?
Can I have another one of those?
Yes.
So Val and I are going to detox for the next like 2 weeks.
You're doing what?
Doing cleanse.
You're doing a detox for 2 weeks, yes.
So we're trying to eat as bad as we can today. I got 2 subs from Wawa. I'm ready to go.
Right on. Next up on our list. Are we gonna take a break? Let's take a break from this. Because we can come
we can
back.
go back
We've
later.
done almost half like of this
I'm good.
list.
I'm good.
Who am I?
Wait, you said the big man?
Yo, sorry. You know what? Big Bill Russell was the last thing that was on here.
Oh.
Yeah. Bill Russell, yeah, just 6'9", dubbed as the greatest player in the history of the NBA.
And motherfucker.
You know, 5-time MVP, 12-time All-Star during his career, played with the Celtics in the 60s, winning 11 championships. Like, some of my earliest like things is watching old footage of him just like smoking people on that floor. So he was 88. 88. All right. What else are we gonna do on the show today? Oh, Val, why don't you regale us with a tale of life down by the river?
Hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha,
Down
hoo-ha.
by the river.
Down by the river.
So we had for New Year's, we did it every year. They do a combined New Year's Eve party with Nick's Riverside Grill. They call it like a river bash or something like that. They tent both outdoor spaces, so it's like a combined party. These people pay like $100 or something. It was pure chaos. We were like,
tell us more. Val.
we were not prepared.
But wait, how much were ticket sales the previous year, Val?
Oh, they were saying, okay, so tickets I think were the same, but or similar. Last year, because we were still in the middle of COVID-ish, you know, it was like Ronacron was a thing. You know, everybody was getting sick. So they sold maybe 1,100 tickets last year. This year, they sold 2,600 tickets. So over double what they sold last year.
Yes. Did they properly staff it with double the ticket sales from last year, Val?
They did not. We were short staffed because nobody wants to work anymore. So we didn't have nearly as many staff on board as we did the previous year. We had to be there at 5 o'clock. I worked almost a 12-hour shift.
And you made like $2,000 though, right?
We were paid out, each one of us, $240.
Awesome.
Which was crap.
For a 12-hour shift on New Year's Eve, guys.
And now, of course, we got like cash tips too. But I mean, it's an open bar, not,
Cash
and
tips.
it's all like a bunch of young folk.
So you made like $2,000 in cash tips. Are you okay with divulging that information?
No,
an accurate picture of
because
down by the
I
river?
don't want to say how much, because we all made different amounts, and I don't want to like say how much we made behind our bar. But yes, Carl, can you believe it? Yes, that's what we made. We were paid out. They made over double what they made last year in ticket sales. They had less staff, and they paid us.
Wait, what did they tip you out last year? Last year,
$200.
$200, and so this year with double, you got $240.
Yep.
With less people.
And the thing that sucks also is like, okay, so like, obviously everybody knows where I work, and I feel bad talking about them, but like,
Why?
but like, it's just shit, I mean, like we had, and the fact that everybody got paid blanket the same amount, like we, as the inside bartenders, we had to break down that whole bar, which is a pretty big bar, with a lot of liquor. We had to do inventory beforehand before we did any of that. We broke it down. We had to, all that booze had to go back into the liquor room. Then we were given whatever booze that we were using for the open bar. So then we had to put that all on the bar. And then we had to, at the end of the night, we had to put everything back. Like we had to restock the bar, reset up the bar. It was a lot, and for 12 hours of work to be given our flat fee of $240, it just, I mean, it's such a kick in the fucking face.
Kick in the junk.
For all of us, all of us who I had been asked to work somewhere else, and I knew I was going to make more money at the other place.
Tell the people why you had to work, Val.
Because if I don't work, then my shifts will be affected for the summertime, which is dog shit, and so we're all told that we have to work. And I mean, and the night was just an absolute mess, like when all is said and done, the people that, for instance, our server staff is very new, and so the servers are have to come in and they work the satellite bars, but literally there was only one server who'd done it in the past. The rest of them had never done it before, so nobody knew how to set up the bar, how to set up the satellite bars. They didn't know where the things were supposed to go. We only had, for our inside bar, we only had 4 or 5 bottles of cranberry juice. So by 11 o'clock we ran out. Before midnight, we already ran out of cranberry juice. We ran out of limes. At one point, we ran out of ice, and nobody made any sort of emergency backup plans for like getting more ice. I mean, our ice machine, the capacity is not great. We only have 1 ice machine at our place. Tony and Joe's has more. They have 4 of them, I think, 4 or 5. So we usually get, like, on busy summer days, we get our ice from there. So both of them broke at one point. So then we had no ice. And like I was like, I'm sorry. It was like barely midnight. And I was like, I can make you your vodka soda with a splash of cranberry, but it will have no ice, and there will be no cranberry, and also no lime. I can pour some lemon juice in it if you'd like. I mean, like, that was like, that's what, I mean, for the most part, people were cool with it, but like, not one person was like bitching about the fact that I didn't have any of this stuff. everyone was pretty nice about it, but like, you know, it was embarrassing for me to be like, I'm sorry, no, I don't have ice, no, I don't have limes, no, I don't have cranberry juice. This is, you're gonna get your lukewarm vodka soda, no ice, and no lime. So
Val, I want to ask you a question without divulging how much you actually made total that night. On a scale of 1 to 10,
was it worth it?
how
No.
worth it was it?
0.
Do better, Nick's Riverside fucking Grill, Tony and fucking Joe's. You fucking fucks are on the waterfront in the fucking most expensive fucking part of town. And that's how you fucking operate. Pull your fucking head out of your asses. Give your balls a fucking tug. And get your fucking shit right.
Yeah, it was, I mean, there was like absolute, like a mutiny from both sides. Like every single bartender is like, I'm never working.
Yeah, dude, next year you guys should all collectively be like, go fuck yourself.
I was like, just
None of us
hire
are
from
working New Year's Eve.
tuxedo.com or whoever.
Yeah, they
There's
can't
like
fucking
places
fire
that,
all
like,
of you. They can't fire all of you. They'll try, but they can't fire all of you. If you all just collectively just grew a fucking uterus and we're like, no, we're not doing this.
I just, you know, and the thing is, some of the, I was saying that I feel like some of the people who've been there for such a long time, at both places are just kind of so desensitized to it and just and they're just like, this is just how it is.
It's the slow boil, Val.
This is just how it is.
It's the frog in the pot.
Right. But like, I was like, this is insane to me. Even like my first year that I worked, and we weren't nearly, we had 5 people behind our bar that first time. And, I don't feel like I was I mean, I got my ass handed to me. There were so many people who were just coming straight, like just streaming into the bar. And, you know, I think we got paid $300 that time too. You know, I mean, like, I don't feel like we were nearly as busy. And like, you know, this time it was such a, like you said, it was such a kick in the nuts, you know, like all of us, you know, giving up our time, giving up our day. I could easily work. I was asked to work somewhere else where I would have absolutely made more money.
Just the mere thought that, like,
and I wouldn't have had to be there till 5 o'clock in the morning restocking the bar.
You have to do this thing that's going to be shitty, and if you don't do this shitty thing, then we're going to punish you for the rest of the year. But like, don't even like, it's one thing if the shift is shitty, but if at the end you get financially compensated for it,
right?
Like, because who knows how much fucking money that place took in that night with like you said, pre-sales.
Tickets were, let's say, $100 flat. They sold 2,600 tickets. That is $260,000 that they made. You know,
yeah. I mean, we've been collectively shitting on Nick's forever because they run a shitty fucking business. And Val, you should be nominated for sainthood for sticking through it, and while you haven't left or throwing a Molotov cocktail through the fucking window it's a mystery to me. I couldn't do it.
It's frustrating. I don't know. There's a handful of good things about it, but like,
it's an abusive relationship.
It is.
It's like he beats me all the time, but when he doesn't, he's really sweet.
He's really nice, and he didn't mean it. But
like,
they mean it. They mean it.
He just had a bad day. He's still recovering from COVID. Like, you make excuses, and
it's just the whole thing. It's just, and like even our just from our side, our management team, we only have 3 managers at the moment, and 2 of them, one of them had actually never worked a New Year's Eve before. Like he was a previous server, but he'd never worked New Year's Eve. And so this was his very first New Year's Eve. So, and I even said to him, I was like, I'm not knocking you, you didn't know.
Yeah.
So how could they expect you to manage appropriately when you have no frame of reference of how this night is supposed to be?
And to be fair to that person, like everyone who manages New Year's Eve, there's always your first one.
Right. So, and I'm not saying like he as a manager, he did what he could, but like the problem is the person from Nick's perspective, from Nick's side, the person for almost at least a good 5 years or so, who was in charge of making sure that New Year's Eve ran smoothly, he's no longer there. This was our first year without him, and so nobody really he would have absolutely had some sort of forethought to ensure that we had enough ice. Like he would have thought in his mind, okay, we might run out of ice. Let's order some extra ice just in case, because he's done it before. The other three didn't have to really run the show of New Year's Eve because he was always the one who did it. So it was a shitstorm. The payment is not honestly, I can say without a shred of doubt that is not on the Knicks. That is not on their heads. That is comes somewhere else.
The payment?
Us being paid, like the shit that we were paid.
If it doesn't fall on them, who does it fall on?
On Tony and Joe's. Because the manager, the GM over there, he's the one who did it all. He was in charge of it all.
I'd like to speak to Tony and Joe. Should all show up there on Tuesday. Be like, yo, is Tony or Joe here? We want to talk to them about some shit, and then we get super drunk and do karaoke at Nick's.
Yeah, Carl, let's help him change, please. Let's help him.
Buddha says change come from within.
Anyway, so yeah, that was my New Year's. And then afterwards, I proceeded to go and hang out somewhere else till like 7 o'clock in the morning because I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, dude, how would you not going to need a drink after that? Like, fuck.
I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
That's all I could do to not be
God.
like, I need an Uber to
Wherever.
Tony or Joe's house to fucking have a talk with him about this shit. Like,
shit was crazy.
Anyway. And that.
So yeah, so that was my New Year's Eve. A little more excitement than I needed for New Year's. Honestly, like I told them, I was like, I'd rather sit on my ass and do absolutely nothing at home than ever do that again. Ever. Never again. Hashtag never again.
So if they ask you to work New Year's Eve next year, you gonna do it?
No.
Yeah.
Unless the only way that I will do it is they guarantee me beforehand, and we all said this, unless they guarantee us ahead of time that they're giving us no less than $500. Guaranteed. Because, and the thing is, somebody was like, I won't say who, but somebody was like, well, you know, the inside bar usually gets more cash chips anyway. It should not matter how much cash chips we take in. It should not matter. What you are giving, what you are paying out your people should be based on how much you've taken in. You know, like you take and you give them a percentage. You give the people a percentage of how much you fucking sold. That's how much it should have. And those envelopes were already done before the night even started. They were ready. They'd already been put together. So, you know, they'd already decided before New Year's Eve even started how much money we were making. So fuck that. I mean, in all fairness, we were a little bit lucky. There were like, you know, even though there were a lot of young folks who weren't tipping at all, there were some people who did give us, you know, like every so often some kind soul would like throw a $20 bill. There was this one man who was he was older. I think he was a dad of somebody who was, you know, one of the kids that he'd brought in. And he's sitting there looking at, and I'm like crushed. I'm like just sitting there like making all these dumb fucking drinks without like ice and no whatever, and I'm just handing them, and he's like looking at me, and he finally goes, how do you do it? And I was like, do what? He goes, how are you still smiling? And I was like, I don't even know. I was like, I have no fucking clue. I think I'm just gritting my teeth right now at this point. Thank you. Here you go. Nice man. I think he gave me like $10 every time he came for a drink.
And that is this week's episode of Val. Down by the river.
Anyway, what else do we want to do? Do you want to do like what the fuck have you been watching?
Yeah, we're still got...
Carl, it's not a smile, it's a tattoo, sir. Facts.
We could do that. What the fuck are you watching? So many things on the TV.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of things lately because I haven't been working as much. You know, because it's cold and I don't have shifts at Nick's. Um, but so one of the things, so back to my Christmas when I was watching nonstop 24 with Pat, the other show that we were watching, which actually made me stay an extra day. I was supposed to come home on Tuesday and I got caught up in this show called Last Chance U. Have you watched it before?
Last Chance U. Is that like a sports?
Yeah. So like their first the first 3 seasons is with football. So these kids who like wanted to like good players, but like for whatever reason couldn't play at like D1 schools. They end up at a like a community college to get their grades up or whatever, get like more visibility. And so they're ultimately trying to get to D1 school or a better school to play. But then the last 2 seasons are basketball. So last year or the last season, the first season of basketball was in 2019. So like you follow the whole season and all these kids, and then their like tournament was canceled because of COVID. So you like never really, they never actually got to compete, and they're like whatever. But so Pat and I watched the second season, and I just got so invested in these kids' lives. I was like, well, now I can't leave. I was like, I have to know where these kids go.
It's very nice.
It was very compelling. Some of these kids, like this one kid was like homeless for a long time, and like his family life was like terrible. His mom just like left him and his sister for a few years, I think, like with their grandparents, and at some point they were like living in a homeless shelter or like in his car or something. I don't know, like it was just and then some of these kids were like a little bit, they were a little bit full of themselves. They're like, I'm the best player. I should be off the bench, blah, 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 blah. But they were just all bitter that they weren't playing. But actually, they just had a really bad attitude, and that's why they weren't playing. I don't know. I highly recommend it. Anyway.
Last Chance U.
Last Chance U. What else did I start? I started watching Atlanta, and I think it's pretty funny.
Atlanta's good. It's very it's weird, but it's deep. It's very,
there's a lot of social commentary.
A lot of social commentary, yeah.
But like in a funny way, sort of way sometimes. The guy who plays Paperboy is really funny.
Yeah, I forget his name, but he's doing a lot of stuff now.
He was in that movie Bullet Train.
Yeah, he's in Bullet Train.
But he had like an English accent.
So is he actually English though? Is he one of them?
No, he's American.
Because you never know, dude. Idris Elba had us fucking fooled for years.
Right?
He had us fooled, dude. Like I was like, yo, that guy's so good.
What?
Oh. No, that's just how he talks. Okay, fuck.
I kept meaning, I was hoping that Jane was going to be on the show because I wanted to ask him. I started watching Abbott Elementary, and like the first season I really liked, but then after like I just became like cartoonish, and I was like, after I think I got through like the 3rd episode of the 2nd season, I was like, I can't fucking watch this show anymore.
So
Really?
Yeah.
True description of people who film.
Huh?
Really fun
in the beginning, just
getting on your nerve at the end.
I guess. Just like and the thing is that like the person who was the character that was the most annoying was actually the writer, director, producer. It's her. And I was like, did you purposely try and write your character so excruciatingly annoying? Like, she's horrible. I can't stand her.
Doing too much.
Yeah. I was like, that's too much. I tried really hard, and after like the 3rd episode, I was like, I can't do it. I can't. Anyway, Marcus and I have been watching Tulsa King,
What's that about?
It's so the premise is Sylvester Stallone is like, he was like some, what do you call them, like the lieutenant or whatever for this mob gang in Jersey or New York. And he did prison time for 25 years taking the fall for somebody else, and then he comes out and they kind of like dick him over, and they send him out to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like so he just starts this whole new thing all on his own in Tulsa, and it's just just mayhem ensues in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But I was very pleasantly surprised by Sylvester Stallone. He's actually pretty good in it.
You know, the dude's, I don't want to say he's a good actor when he wants to be, because he's been, I mean, I feel like the bar was set pretty low for him throughout most of our lives, you know, as an actor, like, you know, between Rocky and Rambo, like, I'm not expecting a whole lot from you, bro, but like, you don't ever want to hear a dude try to be King Lear or anything like that. I had to remind myself when I was watching Suicide Squad that he was King Shark.
I know, I forgot about that, and I was like, wait, this is Sylvester Stallone.
I was like, yeah, this dude,
No.
Me Shark. Like, oh shit, Sly. Yeah, but he wrote writing and acting are two separate things, though. You can be a great writer, doesn't make you a good actor. But
right.
you are correct, Carl. He does deserve props for that. And dude, I've never met a Rocky movie I didn't like. I will watch them all. I'll watch all the Creed movies too. There's something about them that
I haven't watched any of the Creed movies.
Dude,
I need to watch them.
You're missing out. Michael B. Jordan is a monster.
You know, he used to be on All My Children.
I had heard that.
He played TJ. What's his character's name?
Okay. Cool. TJ. Was he on there with Aniston? Oh wait, that was
that's a different soap.
Different soap. Sorry.
Yeah.
He was good enough to win some awards for Rocky. You're right. I'm not peeing on Sly. But yeah, Adrian. You can't not make fun of that. I'm sorry. Marcus, what else are you watching? What are you watching that Val doesn't know you're watching?
I don't know. His Dark Materials. I watched that. Finished that.
Yeah, but we were watching that together.
Yeah.
I've decided I'm over James McAvoy as an actor. I'm over him.
Yeah. I didn't like him so much in that show, but I like the show altogether.
I don't like him in that show. I don't like him as Professor X in any of the X-Men movies that he's done. Like
he was good in Glass, though.
He makes Professor X look like a bitch. Like for real. You took a character who was already kind of sort of morally questionable and like just do like nah. Like Dark Phoenix is a bad movie, but most of the reason why that movie is bad, I feel like, is because of the way that James McAvoy plays Professor X. Like it's just obnoxious. In that movie Split, where he's got all the personalities.
I thought it was called Glass.
Glass. No, well there's 3 movies in the series.
But I think that his movie is Glass because
his movie is Split.
Split?
Yeah.
Glass was what's his
Samuel L.
name?
Jackson.
Right.
But yeah, he's Split, and like in that, like I feel that.
He was good in that because he really did a really good job of like playing all those different personalities.
Yeah. But other than that, man, like I don't ever want to see him bald in a wheelchair ever again. It's fucking over.
I also was watching The Witcher.
Oh, how was that?
Oh, yeah,
I liked it.
Is it pretty short?
It's just short.
The one thing that I was saying about it is that because it was only 4 episodes, I feel like it was like rushed a little bit. Like there's some stuff in it that was like you could have developed it a little bit. You know, like it jumped very quickly. So then I was like, wait, I'm confused. Like, how did we get here? I think that they could have easily done several more episodes in the series, and it would have probably made it a little bit better. But overall, I thought it was really good. The lady from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I still haven't seen that yet.
You should watch it.
Yeah. All right. I'll like to get it in this week.
I think the one thing I'm binging right now is the L Word. So I watched the original series, but they brought it back for like Generation Q or something. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now.
I love me some Jennifer Beal.
Yeah.
Is she on the new one?
No.
Then I want nothing to do with it.
Jennifer Beal from Flashdance?
Yeah. She was on the original L Word.
Oh, yeah, no. She is still on there.
Okay.
She is. She's only there in the new seasons, mostly just season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Third one, she's not really in.
To Carl in the chat, Andor is amazing. And the only thing better than Andor is watching Andor and then going back and watching Rogue One if you haven't already. Like,
Oh, I haven't done that.
dude, Rogue One, first of all, might be the best Star Wars movie ever made.
Oh, it is the best one. It's the best one.
It's like a legit war movie, but
It's
in
the best one.
the Star Wars universe. Like,
But I haven't watched it like after
Andor is great, and it makes his acting in Rogue One and his character just stand out like that much more.
I don't think I've watched Andor. I think I watched the first episode and I haven't finished it.
Yeah, Rogue One is
I
awesome.
mean, it's
I am currently, I'm running between a bunch of stuff. I just binged the entire first season of Yellowstone, which I really like. Really good cinematography, really good writing, really good characters, good acting across the board. I was kind of like, I don't give a show about these white people own all this stolen Indian land in Montana, but like all that shit gets like touched on there, and so it's like, you know, they're not whitewashing, you know, everything, but
that was my issue
for not wanting to watch it. I just didn't feel like going down that.
yeah, no, it's good. Trying to think what else. Between the last time I was on the show and now, I also did a complete and total rewatch of Game of Thrones. Even suffered through the last season.
Oof.
I refuse.
Ugh, God. I just really wanted to see Arya kill the Night King, and then after that, I was like, whatevs, you know.
Like I refuse to watch the new one.
Oh no, House of the Dragon's legit, bro. It gets better and better with every episode. Do yourself a favor.
Nope.
Why? I don't understand why.
I have such a distaste for that. Fuck HBO.
All right, well,
Actually,
suit yourself, Marcus. I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to help you while away the hours until oblivion. But you know, if you don't want a good recommendation, then let's go.
you know what else I just watched? Westman's in Trouble.
I don't feel like I'm that target audience demographic. I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know. Like, I found it really. That guy, it's weird. That actor, ever since he played,
Mark Zuckerberg.
yeah, ever since he plays Zuckerberg, I'm just like,
Bad feelings towards him.
yeah.
So think about it. It's him and the girl from Homeland. They both get my fucking nerves.
Oh, Claire Danes. Claire Danes is grandfathered in though. My so-called life.
That's why
She's Gen X, baby. I got nothing but love for her.
After the first couple seasons of Homeland, I just want to smack her because all she does is just scream and yell and cry.
But she's also like a CIA agent dealing with like mental illness.
Yeah.
So you know you gotta.
So once again, in this show, she's dealing with mental illness. So.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Yeah, I just have a hard time. You live on the Upper West Side of New York. Fuck your problems. Like, I don't give a shit about that. Like I said, I am not your target demographic.
Fuck your problems.
Fuck your problems. Your Upper West Side problems. I don't get time for that. And then let's see what else. I just rewatched. I've been watching a bunch of documentaries, like just a bunch of stuff about, you know, privacy and the algorithm and the environment and stuff. I watched a documentary about a volcano. Was a volcano that erupted off the coast of New Zealand back in 2018. Like that shit was pretty wild. It was White Island is what they called it.
And it dusted like the whole country or the whole world.
Yeah.
Ash.
Yeah. You could feel. Yeah, like it's like it altered the Earth. It altered the Earth's axis for like a minute.
Oh,
which is really fucking scary to think about.
Real scary.
Like, really fucking scary. Because I'm into that type of shit. And I was actually trying to watch that because I'm like, oh, well, this is something with like you know, someone talking very calmly, and so I'll just fall right asleep. You know, it'll be great.
And then you were like,
and then I ended up watching the whole fucking thing. I watched that heist show Kaleidoscope.
I started watching that.
I'm still 50-50 about whether or not I liked it. Like the concept of it is like interesting. Where like nobody's watching it in any particular order. Like I think every viewer gets it in a different order, and then the white.
Oh wait, what?
And then the white episode is the last episode.
So like, how the order that it's in for me is different than it was for you.
That's what I thought.
That's what
And the only thing that happens at the only thing that's consistent is that the last episode, the episode of the actual heist, is the last episode. So like I
get that.
appreciate the concept of what they're doing, and it's, you know, flashbacks, flash forwards, and stuff. I really was like, I'm a big Giancarlo Esposito fan.
Yes,
so,
I love him.
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, oh, they gave this dude a fucking high show. I'll watch this. So that was
Exactly.
Actually, not from you killing everybody. Or
yeah. And then I'm trying to think. I was watching a bunch of shit, but what I've been watching, and I can only watch it in a couple doses because it is literally quite possibly the most awesomely terrible show ever. If you really just want minutes of your life you can never get back and see people just being as awful and trashy as possible, Tyler Perry's The Oval. Yes, Tyler Perry, ladies and gentlemen. This dude, he's got enough money. He's got a big ass ranch down in Georgia, right? This dude built his own replica of the White House. It has his own White House style drama. And I can tell you the first family, in the first season, everything happens within the span of like a week or something like that, a week to 10 days, and it's 25 episodes.
Oh my god.
So you're just watching like fucked up thing after fucked up thing after fucked up thing after fucked up thing, and you're just like, oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, they. Uh-oh.
What'd I do?
Stand by. Something. You unplugged something.
Or am I pressing something?
You tripped over.
What I? Oh, it's still stuck on me.
Hello?
Good job.
Hey. We there? We good?
Yeah, you're right.
This is why you're not allowed to pee during the show, Val.
I'm sorry.
You got to start learning how to hold it in.
Grab his dick and twist it!
Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude. It's
You
too much.
twist that dick!
Twist his dick!
Twist his dick!
Dude. Oh my god.
Oh, dick twist!
That's how we keep Val.
Grab it!
Is my microphone working? I can't hear myself anymore.
Yes, it is. What the hell did you do?
What did I do? Can you really not hear yourself?
Ow, you stepped on my foot.
Stand by. Val, go pee before you hurt something or break something.
Get out of here.
Handle your business, lady. Fucking weirdo.
I'm going.
Jesus.
Anyways, so yeah, this show, The Oval, it is the fucking wildest fucking shit
Is it
ever.
half an hour episodes or?
No, it's hour-long episodes.
20
Everyone, I'm halfway through. I'm almost halfway through season 2. I can only watch this show an episode or two at a time because like when you take MDMA and it releases serotonin, but then after a while when you take too much, it stops producing serotonin and it starts producing dopamine, and it like fucking rots your brain and shit. That's what I feel like if I watch more than 2 episodes of this show at a time. But it's the perfect storm. Like the story is insane, the storylines are insane, the acting is fucking terrible. But it is
What's it on?
It's on, I believe it's a BET production, I believe, because you know BET's been killing the culture 30 years strong now. But yeah, it's fucking nuts. Like in the first 10 episodes all basically take span in the course of a week, and just so much shit happens.
Sounds like 24.
It has that like we're jamming a lot of fucking drama into a very finite period of time. So yeah. Yeah. Trying to
See,
think.
now I gotta go back and watch, or not go back, go watch Yellowstone. But I think I might start off with the prequel first.
So I don't know if that, I mean, the prequel thing, I don't know if it started yet or not. I think it's,
It might.
I'm not sure.
sorry, while I IMDb this shit. But dude, it's a fun ride. Yellowstone is really well shot. I love the scenery, the landscapes and stuff.
Did you
But
ever watch what's the spinoff from Letterkenny?
Shoresy? Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? On my list of things that I've watched since the last time I was on the show, I rewatched all of Letterkenny except for the most current season. was saving that to watch with a friend who I haven't been able to link up with yet. But I love me some Shorzy, love me some Letterkenny. The Letterkenny rewatch was great because I realized I smoke a lot of weed and sometimes I fall asleep while I'm watching shit. And so you miss things. You miss things. But yeah,
there's a new movie called Amsterdam I want to watch.
Amsterdam is good.
You saw it?
I've seen it. I enjoyed it a lot. It's very like in the beginning, you're not exactly sure how it's going, where it's going. You know, I'm weird about Christian Bale, where like sometimes he's amazing and sometimes you're like, what the fuck is wrong?
Yeah,
But he fucking kills it. I didn't realize that the young brother in that movie is Denzel's son.
no shit.
Yes. Denzel. That boy, he good. He's a real good actor. He was in Black Klansman.
See, that's the movie I need to actually sit down and watch all the way through. I like catch it here, catch it there. Haven't seen it all the way through. What else do I want to watch? I want to see the menu when it comes out.
You want to see the what?
The menu. It is actually it's a movie. I can't tell. I can tell it's like a dark humor comedy. Can't really tell. It's the girl from the Gambit. Chester.
Okay. Oh, and John David Washington. That is the son of Denzel, who was in Black Klansman and the movie we were just talking about. Sorry. Amsterdam. Yeah. Oh, and dude, honestly, shit.
Ooh, you know what I just saw? Was Emily the Criminal with Aubrey Plaza.
Is that good?
It's not bad. It's short.
One of the good things in Amsterdam that I didn't realize it was her until like probably 30 minutes or 40 minutes into the movie. Margot Robbie is in it, and she fucking kills it. She's really, really, really good. They're all three of them are really good in this. De Niro's in it. You know, like
I'm looking at Emily the Criminal. She got 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
With Aubrey Plaza.
Yep. It's good. I like it.
I'll check it out.
I like her as an actress. Especially she's from her.
Tell her what?
Tell her why?
I don't hit anything.
Yes, Val. Try not to break anything. Where are we at? An hour and 42 minutes, y'all. We're gonna get real close to wrapping this up. We decided one of our we don't make resolutions, but we did tell ourselves that we were going to be much, much tighter about the length of this show and not to run past our 2 hours, because that is already a lot to expect you all to sit through and stuff. But I think we should probably get down to, do we want to do predictions for 2023? Or we could do wrong resolutions, or what do you guys want to do? And we could also spend the last few minutes trashing the political process.
Yes. Before we do anything, can we please make fun of the fucking new mascot for the stupid Washington team
For the
football?
Commanders. What's his name?
Major Tutty.
Major Tutty, who's from Upper Marlboro and likes mambo sauce.
Shut the fuck up, Major Tutty.
I could fucking punt a PR team in the fucking crotch.
Yo, did they know what they're doing?
What is that? Like, honestly, like, I want to punch that thing
He's
in
an
the
army
face.
pig. He's a military pig. Like,
What? Like, why?
It's only up the hogs.
yeah, they want to be a tribute to
Great,
the hogs.
But, like, he looks terrifying.
The hogs are actually trying to sue them and stop getting a trademark on this.
Good. Yeah, any self-respecting fan of the,
Because they actually have an LLC for the hogs.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I don't doubt it.
Just
The
the
fuck?
offensive lineman, not the skin.
No, the hogs, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like everything from the name to all these like
Everything about this shit is just offensive, man.
Everything.
Everything.
Just when you think like, okay, this Commanders, like how many people? I had a big problem with Commanders, but whatever. You get not that I'm okay with it, but you know, the season wore on, and I was like, okay, Washington Commanders, whatever. That's what they're calling them. And then what? Towards the end of the season, now this is what they're coming up with.
It's really also the timing of it too. It's like, you're well into the season. Like this is like a beginning of the year type thing.
Also, you couldn't have like brainstormed anything better than that.
No, they didn't.
What the fuck?
Like,
That's
do you think
terrible.
there was like a think tank or like a focus group or something that like
That's what I was
they
wondering
consulted?
about.
I'd be curious to know what their process was for coming up with this. I didn't have the mental energy wherewithal. Yeah, probably.
Or did they just take like piles of shit and throw it against the wall?
Things out of a hat. Or maybe they pulled names out of a pile of shit. Who knows? Suggestions out of
I just don't understand.
All right, well, let's get a few wrong predictions. What do we think for bad predictions for 2023? Who wants to go first?
I thought they were bad resolutions.
We have them both.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. You can make a how about this? You can either make a bad resolution for 2023, or you can make a bad prediction or a wrong prediction.
Wrong prediction. Dan Snyder will continue to own the Washington team football for the next 30 years of his life.
Do not curse yourselves.
What?
Do not curse yourselves. There will be some kind of weird bug coming out of Australia, like the shark fly or some shit like that, that got met flying through DC.
Oh, like something along the lines of like a murder hornet, but it's a
We're gonna have another murder hornet. It's gonna be something totally off the wall, like Omo hornet.
Remember last year we talked about the lava sharks. Remember that?
The lava sharks, I don't remember.
In the south, in that part of the world, they found these heat vents.
Oh.
You know, and they found these sharks that were living in this water that's like super. It's really hot. It's really acidic. It's like really sulfury, like.
And they're able to survive.
But these sharks have like adapted in these like insane, extreme temperatures. So I'm like, great, lava sharks coming to Sci-Fi Channel.
Australia,
my God, there's
everything in Australia.
Bugs?
Everything in Australia will kill you.
They're water spiders. Did the spiders that live in the water?
Wait, there are spiders in the water?
Yes.
I thought those crabs.
They're actual.
I mean, crabs, I think, are technically arachnids, right?
They're actual spiders, and their spiders are like this big.
And they jump.
I just thinking about it is already making my mouth water a little bit. I have horrible arachnophobia.
Then I won't tell you about the video of the people in the biplane.
No.
That like.
Please no. I might start crying.
On the ceiling. There's a whole thing.
I might start to cry. Of all of my phobias, arachnophobia might be my worst. I have a lot. No, anytime I think of like, Marcus, no.
Damn, that's cold.
Like if I'm scared of something, it starts to make my if I get upset, it makes my mouth start to water a little bit because I think I'm about to vomit.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
That's weird, but okay, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes me like feel like I'm about to vomit because I'm so scared. I left an entire classroom of children one time because a spider came from the ceiling. Left them unattended.
I think of that scene from Seinfeld when the fire alarm goes off and at the kids' party and George is just throwing them out of the way to get out of the room. Val's mushing second graders.
I did. They were little guys. They were even younger, and I just
you could just hurl over them.
Ran out of the room and like shut the door to the bathroom, and I was like, oh, I just left all the children.
Just all the children in there to be
room.
feasted upon by this.
Yeah. And it wasn't that big of a spider, but I just saw it come down. And I like, and my other coworker who's also has arachnophobia, the two of us, we just ran, and we didn't even talk to each other. We both just like ran, shut ourselves in the bathroom, and we were like, wait, we just left the kids. And so then we like called out to the other teacher who was like in the kitchen. We were like, Mrs. Klein, can you go back in the classroom? And then we had to spell out spider so the kids wouldn't understand. You know, trials and tribulations of a teacher. Thank God I'm not doing it anymore.
Right. Let's see. I'm gonna do a bad prediction. My prediction is that this time next year, going into 2024, we will get to listen to Val tell us again about another wonderful New Year's Eve at Nick's Riverside Grill down by the fucking river. Brought to you by Tony and fucking Joe's. You fucks. Fucking fucks. But she will have made like $1 bazillion and will be so glad that she did it and not and just frothing to do it again in 2025.
See, now my mouth is watering. Fucking, I swear. That place.
And so with a few minutes left in the show, I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody that is still hanging on, still watching. We really appreciate you. And if you have not already, take this opportunity to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you can. On Facebook and Instagram, we're the District of Misfits Show. On Twitter, we are at DC Misfits. And you can go to our YouTube channel and subscribe there to the District of Misfits Show channel, like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing. And you can enjoy this show as well as other content produced by District Dogface Eventually, our site will be back up again, all in good time. But in the meantime, between time, if you're on Twitch, you can find us at District of Misfits. And if you're interested in being a guest on this show, you got a cause, or if you're an artist, you have a project or promotion you want to share with the world, or if you want to produce a podcast and need the assistance to do that, we got the skills to pay the bills and can help you with that. Reach out to us at DistrictDogFaceShow@gmail.com.
District Dogface Show.
DistrictDogFaceStudio@gmail. I try to do it without looking at the script. I need to get some of that rough.
Every time Crystal tries to do her ending and she tries to say something about our show or thing, it's like you gotta take 5 takes. It's like one solid one, so she never has to do it again.
Oh yeah, sometimes you get that pre-recorded tape.
It's like dogfish or doghead or some shit.
District Dogfish Head Studio. District Dogfish Head 60-minute IPA Studios at gmail.com.
So she's just like over there where you guys, and I'm just like, no, do it again, Dogface.
That's like when Ian would always get the time of our show wrong
Like
on Grande Lac.
20 times.
Carl, we miss you too, buddy.
Carl,
We miss all you
when you
guys.
coming back?
Carl, we need you on the show,
Yeah,
man.
you need a show. And tell your friends, tell your loved ones and your frenemies. We're back with a vengeance.
And that being said, we are going to start doing live shows.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing live shows again. We don't want to say too much because we don't want to jinx anything, but we have things in the works to bring the show back to its original glory, and I can't fucking wait.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Any last words? Final thoughts?
You have those things too.
Yes, after party. Carl, where are you?
Here, let's talk.
I have some other ideas of where we can do the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Nick's Riverside Grill.
No.
Or New Year's Eve.
Although I have to tell you, at one point Nick was like asking me this was pre-COVID. He was like, "When are you guys going to do the show here?" That's pre-COVID.
never.
He becomes a sponsor.
Yeah, sponsor us.
Yeah, we
We'll do a
talked
show.
We'd actually talked about we were supposed to do it at Ivy City Smokehouse.
Oh yeah.
But then COVID happened.
Then COVID happened. Is that place even still open?
Yeah. Yeah,
Nothing else is.
they're fucking cranking it over there.
Oh, Carl means after party on here.
It's the same. we'll just send you the link and you can pop on.
Yeah, we'll just go not live. But me, I got a very long day tomorrow, so I will not be
My day was long today. I gotta
participating in.
All right, so I have
We
one
might be
more
going.
option.
I might be making Marcus come and look at another car with me tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Yeah, Val's trying to buy a new car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice driving a rental. It's nice to drive a car that's made recently. Like mine's
That has a catalytic converter in it.
It has a catalytic converter, yeah. I mean, I hear it's harder to steal them from the new cars. Like, my shit is at that perfect age, I think. And
It's like right at that, yeah. It's right when cars got smart, and it's like that one turn.
it's in that little gray area that's it's not old, but it ain't it's old-ish, but
Well, that's like one of the cars that I was looking at on the trucks. It's like not that old, shiny, brand new, clean, but like a ton of miles.
Yeah.
And then again, all those newer cars, it doesn't matter about the miles as much as the older cars. So it's like flip a coin.
yeah, shit. This car I'm driving's got less than 40,000 on it. I'm like,
Damn. What year is it? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask though, because it's a nice car. It's a GMC Terrain,
It looks nice. It's nice
which
and
I
shiny.
never heard of before. But it's got all the things you want in a modern vehicle.
Mm.
All right. So we play some of these last TikToks.
Yeah, give us one.
Tic tacs. Ticky tacs.
Can't stop laughing.
People are
Loud.
pretending to choke in front of their pets to see how they react. And here she is. She's doing this sort of cough and then lay down.
And here's the dog checking the vital signs.
Okay.
What's he
Just
gonna
a little
do?
nudge. Check she's okay. Check she's okay. And he goes and gets a knife.
Oh my
Just trying to. He was like, I'm going to finish the job.
And so now every time that dog sees someone choking, it's gonna think that if I grab a knife, they'll stop doing that.
Right.
Fuck around and find out, y'all. The pet edition.
Poor dog.
Dude, and I mean, dude, that was a retriever. Like, the black labs are smart.
Yeah.
They're smart as shit. That dog was like, okay, Raggy, you need motivation? Clear that airway out real quick. Quiet, man.
So
Do you guys have any pet peeves?
Do I have any pet peeves?
I have so many.
So many.
Give me one.
I don't like when people don't hit their signal when they're changing lanes.
Oh my God, Val, you just fucking stole my shit. I absolutely despise people that do not use turn signals. You are fucking useless cunts. Get the fuck off the road. How can I know what you're doing if you don't let me know what the fuck you're doing?
Yes,
I'm not a
fucking
fucking
pisses the
mind
shit out
reader.
of me.
You fucking fucks.
Pet peeves.
Waiting for people when I'm picking them up.
That's a good one. Mine would be like when we kill innocent kids in the Middle East and stuff with drones.
Oh, dude, I know this
That's
one.
probably mine. But yeah, waiting for people is good too. That's a pretty good answer too.
Yours isn't a pet peeve.
Mine would be like, how we
It's a
don't.
huge global systemic problem.
What are you talking about?
Don't make it cute.
Mine would be like how politicians manipulate us to think that we have power in elections, and then.
These are not pet peeves.
But I think waiting for people is a good answer too. I think that's like equally bad. Mine is about how like
Such
a lot of
dumb fucking annoying man. I hate you so much.
one of mine is about how like women are afraid to report on sexual assault because a lot of times men don't get prosecuted for it and stuff.
Yeah.
But waiting for people, that's a pretty big one
Yours
too.
are not
These are just some of my pet peeves,
By
man.
definition, these are not
They're
pet
just some of
peeves.
my pet peeves. That's just some of the things that bother me. They bug me. Yeah, one of my pet peeves is how my mom has cancer and has to go through chemotherapy. But waiting for people is pretty good too. That's a pretty good answer too. I get it.
That I've seen that I've seen that video before. These are funny. That's just good.
Snow is coming. I want one of these.
Oh yeah, the flamethrower.
Yeah, I would probably burn that house down, actually.
Yeah, you'd like kill all the vegetation around here.
I'd kill
Marcus would
everybody.
end up burning down everything but the driveway he was supposed to clear.
But the snow.
The snow.
The neighbor's house.
Marcus somehow would there would end up being more snow after Marcus was done with the flamethrower somehow. He would find a way. How did you make the snow deeper with the flamethrower? How does that work?
Tomato more. French fries. Potatoes. You guys have any last words?
Don't be a dick.
Yes. Don't be a cunt. Be nice to each other.
Nah.
The best fries. Bitch, you are the basic bitch of fries. First of all, are we really gonna act like most of America ain't basic bitches? That's a good point, but you still ain't the best bitch. I don't see what you getting excited about, tater tots. Crinkle cut fries can literally stop gang violence. Okay, come on, guys. Come on. All right, bitch, why are you saying come on like that? For real, bitch, you're making me uncomfortable. Come on, guys, you know I'm the best. I do not know that, no. Waffle fries will increase the chances of a double dip by 90%, bitch. I mean, come on, everybody double dips, come on. Okay, all y'all need to shut y'all's asses up. Greatness has arrived, bitch. I'm sorry, curly fries and potato wedges, we didn't even know y'all were gonna be here. Well, prepare better next time, bitch. Yes, daddy, we will. Ha ha. Hey, guys. Oh, shit. Bitch, the one time Taco Bell gets something exactly right. We have the meat. That is not your slogan, bitch!
We're animated, totally insane.
They pushed me out and maced me.